Hello, everybody. Welcome to my Worm Wednesday live stream. We have a special guest, Olivia. There's nobody in here now, but I'll tell a story later. But I think I might officially make my Wednesday streams Worm Wednesday because I make so many cultures, or I'll just do Worm Wednesday whenever I guess I have to. Like when I have to make cultures, when I need them. I can always just reserve Wednesday streams for that. Or if I have to make them on a Saturday, I'll do that. But I'm wearing my Fishy Biz shirt, and you can see my sister sitting in the background. So welcome, Fijon Tanktix, Tank Top Tropics, Dave Farrell, and Olivia F171. Fijon Tanktix said, just fed blackworms, almost had to feed from my own cultures. Awesome. Jess won't be able to join us. She had a doctor's appointment now. She's figuring out her son's eye contacts. Muppet929, welcome. Patrick Hardy, welcome. Can you hear me through your headphones?
Well, I muted you on here.
No.
I can hear you talking here, and then I see your lips moving on here, but they don't match up.
Awesome. So we're going to be making one Grindleworm and one microworm culture today. And we'll do that in a little bit. I'm going to update you on the fish room and everything. Petroman, welcome. I know what my sister's about to go do. Sarge's Aquatics, welcome. Hello. Don't think I've seen Sarge's Aquatics. Hope I'm saying that correctly. Oh, here comes a 10-gallon tank. There we go. Skechers. I don't know where she is.
I think she's in her hut. I'll grab her up.
There she is. Like if you look under the tank, you can see this little tiny ball of joy.
Oh yes, all of joy.
She's coming. Petroman, she's coming. Oh my God, here's the nugget.
Hold her up to the screen. So I need a picture.
All right, come on. Here. Oh my God, she's adorable. She's adorable. They love Skechers.
Got it.
Jeffrey Watts, lurking while cooking. Awesome. Mr. Manifesto. Welcome to the stream. It's just me and Skechers. My sister's in the background.
I have a picture of me for
my sister's in the background because she's gonna help me make some worm cultures. Because I only have one hand. I can't use this hand. Stop it. Geek Boy, welcome. So I can't use this hand, so I only have one good hand to use to make worm cultures. Can't use this hand. Hello, Skechers and sister in the background. Yep. What did I do? Long story short, I popped some ligaments in my fingers and pretty much sprained my fingers. These two fingers right here. So we're not going to use that hand. We're going to be using one hand, and
we're going to be using mine.
And we're going to be using my sister's hand. So, fun. I hate having to rely on other people for my hobbies. Not necessarily, like, just do them. But, like, I'm going to need her help for the next little bit.
I just need a picture of me for the thumbnail. So.
Stop talking. Skechers is running on her saucer. But I like fish keeping and everything, but I can't, lift a bucket up with both my hands. And I don't like it. I tried to carry some tanks in the house, and it's so difficult to do anything. But we're going to be making worm cultures. We're going to make one microworm culture. This one's very watery, but I can't do anything about it right now because we're in the middle of building a fish room downstairs. So the microworms will potentially be expanded. I might just use the larger cultures that I got to make a larger microworm culture, 2 large microworm cultures. But we're thinking about doing like maybe a 20-gallon. Well, it's a 40-gallon reptile tank. Oh my god, those discus tank lights. I don't know if you could see like those little rings because the water's low. Darn it, I hate that. But it's a 40-gallon reptile tank, and you can't fill it all the way, otherwise the sides will blow out. So think about filling it like a little bit and putting blackworms in there. Or the 5-gallon tank that my father found when he was dumpster diving. He also found some hamster stuff. Speaking of hamsters, Skechers wants to escape. Yeah, so sorry if there's like a glare. I don't know if you can see that. It's annoying to me. So I have this container for grindleworm cultures, and I have this container for microworms. And this is quite a large container, but I wanted something taller. I was going to use a smaller container, but I decided to go with something taller. And then these are the 2 best cultures. This one's going out to somebody. You can see that there's just so many worms that they're crawling up the sides of the containers. It's awesome. And then this one, they're not crawling up the sides, but they're like, there's so many of them there. And it doesn't show up on camera, I know. But there's a lot of worms in there. Garage sale, not dumpster. Okay. So I'm going to be making more worm cultures. This time I'm going to be making a microworm culture. So first we're going to make, trying to like tap on it to, I guess, prove my point. I'm going to make this grindleworm culture first. Darn it! Never do anything by myself anymore.
You want help?
No. Petroman said, Bree, my discus eat a half a pound of blackworms in 2 weeks. Awesome. There we go. I did it. Here, can you separate those? I hate this. I hate having to have someone here, because if nobody's here or everybody's busy, I don't want to be like, well, now I can't make worm cultures because nobody's here. I hate it. Andre Ellis, good afternoon. One does not realize how many tiger barfs he has until he's catching them out of a planted tank. Darn it, I forgot to bring soil upstairs. I'll grab that. But in the meantime, we're just going to make microworms instead. So this one's very watery. Very. I can't do anything. Oh my god. I was not prepared. I got all the containers. I got a cup of water. I got a syringe or whatever the heck you call it. Pipette.
What do you need?
I'll be right back. I have quite a few things I have to go grab. I'll be back. Okay, my sister's leaving. I need instant mashed potatoes, and they're under that like drawer with the silverware. Tape that's on top of the fridge, and then when you go downstairs, the rack of boxes, there's a 5-gallon bucket right in that corner.
Okay.
All right, she's gonna grab them, and I need to get organic cocoa fibers, which I forgot to grab, instant mashed potatoes, which I forgot to grab, and then tape, because I have my paper towel. And I need to do this. She's gonna toss those mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes, instant mashed potatoes. These are supposed to be made with milk or butter, I think. Maybe both. I don't know. Yes, milk, butter, and water. I make mine with just water. And they work pretty nicely. Now it's time to break in Olivia. She might fall in love with the hobby. Fish keeping.
What's in here?
Cocoa fibers.
Oh.
5-gallon bucket. The rest of my family is interested in fish keeping. She's got a fish tank. But I'm trying to get everybody interested in worms. I'm trying to get everybody interested in worms. Because I think if everybody would be interested in worms, I think everybody would enjoy worms. I feel like people think I'm weird. But worm keeping is like, I'm trying to do air quotes, but I have something in my hand. My hobby, so to speak. My parents came up with the idea to do a tank of them, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 gallon tank of them. But we're probably not going to do that. Just because microworms smell horrible. Grindleworms smell okay. Blackworms smell terrible unless you have aeration. Oh, my Amazon sword's getting big. Yeah, it's the plant right there. Very lovely. And if that light wasn't so blaring, you could actually see these gorgeous discus. I don't know if blue would be better. Let me try 1 second. I do have to fill it. Better for me. I do have to fill that tank, but I can't right now because I only got one hand. So, your discus are looking good. I hope they breed to you. My blackworms don't smell. Yeah. I don't know. If you keep yours in substrate, I've heard that they smell in substrate because of everything. And mine might just smell because I put Fritz Complete in there. And then there's not aeration in mine right now. So mine might just smell because there is Fritz Complete. And Fritz Complete does not smell good. It works great, but does not smell good. So now I'm ready. I'm going to do mashed potatoes. Microworms first. There's plenty crawling up the side. You probably can't see them. But that was a culture that wasn't doing anything for a while. So this is the container I'm going to make the microworms in. Switch my computer back. So we're going to take French welcome. Chewy. So I'm going to start by pouring a good amount of mashed taters. Oh my god, I'm making a mess. Because they all get clumped up, and then as soon as I tilt it back, they fall everywhere. It is going to be probably the worst stream I've ever done. It's just going to be me saying like, hey, I need help with this. Hey, I need help with this. I keep them in a refrigerator. I'm not going to put them in a tank. That is definitely why there's no smell. I have a tiny little culture in the fridge. I guess you wouldn't call it a culture. I'm keeping some in the fridge to feed. That's for feeding and feeding only. So, and they don't smell. Alright, I'm going to try and mix this without my sister. Don't know how well this is going to go. I always have trouble mixing mashed potatoes, no matter what, because I think I made them too watery, and then they're so dry. Bree, did you get the Ziss hatchery? I did. And everything came good. Nothing was broken. The heater wasn't broken or anything. So thank you for that, Petroman. So I'm just going to kind of tell a story, I guess. I love my discus, but it's not something I can expand on every week. I can't just, I'm going to get another different type of discus, like I do with my guppies. I can go and I can get more every week as long as I have the tank space. And so I do like my guppies. That's a new thing I liked. The first 4 guppies that I ever had never ever bred. And then I always hated guppies. I thought they were ugly and I thought they were pointless to have. And then I realized there was so much potential. Look, that's about all that I can hold with this hand. Then I realized the potential and that I can, line breed them and everything. So, keep the brine shrimp in the refrigerator. Oh, the container. You ever seen that? Be right back. I'm going to go fill this cup. I'll be right back. Back now. I see you trying to do something and you failed.
Yep.
I need more water for these mashed potatoes. I'm going to post the link in a minute just in case anybody would like to come up. And I'm making mine pretty watery. Well, not like watery. I'm just not making mine like the average mashed potato. Just didn't get a fork. I'll be right back. Don't try anything.
I wasn't gonna try anything. I was trying to sit down.
I'm sitting here reading chat. Nice. You have chat on your laptop.
I don't.
Stop ruining the stream.
Jeez.
I'm joking. So I got my fork. It's very difficult to get this with one hand. I keep my brine eggs in the freezer. I heard that's okay. But Petraman, what's the difference between storing in the fridge or then in the fridge, then the freezer? I don't know. I've only done brine shrimp once, but we plan on having a culture going. A lot more in the fish room downstairs. That is like gonna hold, I think, 40 tanks maybe. So yeah, back to my ramble about guppies and discus. Those are my 2 favorite fish, and I would say if you're a beginner or if you just have a small tank, I think guppies would be the way to go. But I have 6 strains of guppies coming this week. I thought I only had 2, and then I thought I had 4, but apparently I have 6 strains coming. So that's nice. And I don't have places for them. Do not have a place for them. All my tanks are stocked. And I do have an idea though. So what I think I'm going to do is I have 2 guppies being treated right now. If I can get them treated and better by tomorrow, because I've been treating them and they've been getting better. So if they can be done being treated tomorrow, I can get that whole strain moved back after the tank is cleaned. And then I can divide my 2 5-gallons. And then that will hold 4 strains temporarily. And that can hold 4 strains. And if I can use the new 5-gallon, if I'm allowed to use the new 5-gallon that my father found, that would be great because I don't have a place. I don't have a place for 6 more strains of guppies. I don't blame you for your guppies, Brienne's Fish Fam. I also really love high fin plumtail platies, which can also breed in small tanks. Awesome. I think platies are cool. Guppies, mollies, platies, swordtails. That's a goal. But good news, no more tanks for me. Fine, I'll just give the guppies to you, and you can find something to do with them. I didn't realize I had these 6 strains coming, so sorry. It's not my fault. Well, I guess it is, but I didn't know, so. Yeah, I thought I was only getting 2. Then I realized I was getting 4. And I was like, gonna have to find some temporary tanks for them. And I realized I'm getting 6, which isn't a big deal for me. I don't mind. Because I'm just using the tanks that I already have up. I'm not making more tanks. Unless I'm allowed to use that 5-gallon. I only need it like temporarily. I only need it temporary so I could get these guppies breeding and everything before the project downstairs is finished. Because I'm getting them like Friday or something. Thursday. But I do have a surprise coming for my father. See, it looks so watery, and then scoop a big clump out, and it's not watery. So I'm putting more than recommended. This little container, I want to make sure that they're going to do good. And I think it will take a while for them to perk up and everything. I think these are nasty. Work is on hold. Truck is in shop. Need to get lumber. I think this is nasty. I'm going to go put this microworm spoon. Actually, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to add some new mashed potatoes to my old microworm containers. I made a little too many. And what is recommended... Ow. Hold on. What is recommended is that you just, I guess, start oh, that's so nasty. Start a new culture. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so what's recommended is you start a new culture and just like what I'm doing here, putting a little bit of the old culture in new mashed potatoes. And that's what's recommended you do. Where's my helper? She's sitting on the floor. I don't want to ask for help. I don't mind asking for help, but when it's with my own hobbies.
You are one-handed. If you need help, ask for help.
I feel like I could accomplish a lot with one hand.
And I am sitting right here. So.
Alright, so I got these. Does anyone know how to figure out what size air pump you will need to run all sponge filters? Or maybe that's a better question for Dave. Bree, do any of your saltwater tanks run ATOs? If so, are there any that you like in particular? What's an ATO? Hold on. There's these fancy words. What is an ATO? Auto top off? That's not a better question for Dave. I have a saltwater tank. Auto top off? We don't have any auto top offs. We top them off ourselves. Most of the time they don't need topped off because we clean them and they just get filled back up. So most of the time we don't need top offs. What I would really like is a top off for my discus tank. Pretty sure they make them for freshwater too. But my discus tank evaporates so quickly. I've seen people use the larger Whisper air pumps, get into gang valves, runs a lot of tanks. All linear air piston will last your whole life. Awesome. I think my parents were looking at a linear piston pump. My father was asking what size linear piston pump you would need to run all the sponge filters, though. And I can't answer that question. I've been thinking of making my own auto top-off. I've seen them. I saw some on, I think it was Our Fish Collective. I saw some auto top-offs made by somebody. I think they're just things that lock into the corner, and then you put like a bottle on there. I'll be right back, but I think this is the last time I'll have to leave. Alright, my sister's playing games in the background. But I got this worm culture done. The sides are pretty messy, so I'm gonna scrape those off with like a little pipette. Aquarium Co-op has a video on the basic idea of it, but ultimately it is different for everyone. Depth of tanks, elevation, distance from pumps, so on. Yeah, I think Terry was talking about the drop of fish tanks last time. Well, not the drop of fish tanks, the drop of the airline. How it can say, the air pump can say that's rated for 40 gallons, but it will only power so much when there's like a 5-foot drop. I think it was Terry that was saying that. So the sides aren't the cleanest, but this is the little microworm culture, and this is the lid. It's just a little beta thing. I don't think anybody will mind. I'm going to be using a paper towel. This is the same paper towel I've used for all like 10 cultures I've made. Alright. And it already has a hole in it, so that's great. I set it on top like that. Dave, you're going to get more tanks, so the bigger the better. Piston pumps are the best. After we set up the fish room, I don't know if we'll get more tanks. I mean, I'm sure we've said that in the past, and we always end up getting more. But the fish room will hold like, I don't know, I think it's 40 tanks or something. I don't know. Maybe 20, maybe 30. So after that, we should pretty much be set. We shouldn't need any more tanks. We can pretty much keep any fish that we want. I'm going to try calling the company. I'm hoping to do 1 pump for all 5. Oh, 1 pump for all us, not 5. Brian, you won't get more tanks. Alright. Maybe we will. I'm sure we probably will.
Do you need this?
Yes, I do. And the paper towel that was on it?
Huh?
Oh, it's still, never mind. There's a, never mind.
I don't know if you need them.
We'll probably get more tanks. I'm sure we'll get more tanks. But I feel like we would just have any fish we need. Can you grab some scissors? I have a Gemco 80 and I have 60-ish sponge filters going with air to spare. $30 great. $300 great value. Awesome. I know my father was talking about Gemco earlier today. Big J's Fish Keeper. Welcome. Jacobs Aquatics, soon to be Triple J Aquatics. Welcome. I think that, back to my conversation before, kind of jumping all over the place with conversation, but I think that guppies are great fish that everybody should have. And that's my opinion. But I just feel like they're so great and so beneficial. I think they're calming. If any fish would be calming in the hobby, I think it'd be guppies. And that's my opinion. Discus, they're great to look at. And they're calming probably for other people. It's like, oh, that's a beautiful fish. I could watch that for hours. For other people, when you're the person that has to feed them and water change them constantly, and you have to worry about if they're sick or if they get like a fungus or if their water quality is bad or anything like that. When you're the person that has to do the maintenance, it's kind of, it's scary-ish in a way. But I think all fish are gorgeous. But I have these Dumbo blue dragons, Dumbo icicles, Dumbo Santa Claus, Moscow butterfly, and platinum tiger mosaic guppies that I got from Jess, and they are so beautiful, and I love them. And those lines are my only lines. I do have my mock guppies, and I have German ribbon fins, but I love those lines that I just listed. They're gorgeous. So I'm gonna make Grindelworm cultures. Yeah, guppies are great. I could always get more. Grindelworm got stuck to my finger. He's off now. They're climbing all over the lid. I'm going to try and just take some off of this lid. This isn't the one I'm going to be using to make the culture. I just want to clean off the lid, because I don't want that. I don't want the worms all over the lid, because this is being shipped to someone. So I don't want worms to be all over the lid when they'll probably get on the lid during shipping. Just don't want that. It's not bad to have them on the lid, I don't think. I just think it's creepy. I have to feed these guys, and I think it's creepy to look at all these worms crawling on the lid. I'm fine with them crawling in the dirt. I'm fine with them crawling on the sides. But on the lid, it's just horrible. And I think Grindel worms are the easiest worms. You can see them on, a dark substrate. You can see them, and you can see them wiggling. So you know they're alive. But microworms are small, and they're white, and they're on white mashed potatoes. They do crawl up the sides, so that's how you know they're alive. But I think Grindel worms are my favorite, and black worms are a good second. I think those are easy. The best one to have are Grindel worms. I think black worms are easier to kill. Not that you would want to kill them. I wouldn't. But I just feel like they're easier to kill. There's so many more reasons that they could die. The Zen Ginger, hello. A few of you appear to have forgotten to hit the like for this lovely young lady. Fix it. Thanks. Awesome. At Dave, sitting in the parking lot again today. Haha. My mother was sitting in the parking lot at the school yesterday while my sister was at golf, and I messaged her. I'm like, hey, I messed up my hand. Fun. I was actually about to make worm cultures, and I dropped this container under my bed, and I went to get it, and then my hand twisted and everything, and this happened. So, worms are dangerous. The Zen Ginger, I gave you a wrench because you deserve it. I think you deserve it. Sandy D, welcome. Sandy Farrell, welcome as well. Scott's Aquatics, welcome. So I have, this is my container that I pull from every single time. just keeps repopulating. I haven't fed them in a little bit, so they're gonna need food soon. Well, not right now. I'll feed them later after the stream is over. But all I do to harvest them is just dip that little plastic canvas thing in water, and they all come off from there. So there is the container. Brindle worms. And I'm gonna get some dirt out of this 5-gallon bucket in a minute. She said, thanks, lady. She said, I think, yeah, I think you deserve it. I think, not like, I think you would deserve it, but I believe that you deserve a wrench. And if anybody has a problem with that, too bad. I'm going to be making my Grindle worm cultures in just a minute. I'm rewrapping my hands. Just give me a minute. But I'm using organic cocoa fibers. I'm not 100% with the worm castings. That was kind of an experiment. The worms are living in there. I just don't know if they're thriving in there or happy. So yeah. This, oh my god.
You want help?
No. This is my 5-gallon bucket of organic, what are they called? Coconut fibers. These are for a reptile tank. I think they're made by Zoomed. I think it's called like Eco Earth, something like that. And I made one brick because I got like the 3-pack of bricks, like compressed coconut fibers, I think they're called. And I made one brick and I made a half a 5-gallon bucket. And I've made quite a few worm cultures out of this. But I'm going to make more. Why not? And the worm cultures I've made in the past are for me, are for my breeding. And these smaller containers, I am getting into selling these small containers to anybody that wants to start worms, spread the worms. This culture is actually going to RB, Animals and Collectibles. This culture right here, I cleaned the lid off. As you can see, they're going crazy on the side. Sorry to anybody that doesn't like worms. I think you're weird if you don't like worms. Some people would call me weird because I like worms.
Because you're weird.
Yeah, whatever. Fisher Aquatics, welcome. Okay, thanks for the clarification. I was just being silly, and personally, either way, it was funny to me. So yeah, this culture is going to someone else. And then, where did I put that container? Oh, here it is. This container is the new one I'm going to be making. And I want to try, like, one of these streams I just want to, like, sit here and, you know, like this is the thing, and then you put the thing in there. And I want to do that. But I want something to set the worms on. I don't want to, like, tilt the camera down. I want you to still be able to see my face. This will work. Set that on there. Alright, we're going with that. Ames Spiritfish, welcome. So, always gets very messy, but I just take a nice handful of these cocoa fibers, and they're wet, and I like to keep them a little bit more wet than you're supposed to because I'm storing them. I don't want them to dry out, and I have to re-wet them. But get your hand all nasty, squeeze the cocoa fibers out in the bucket. That's what I do. You can see my hands pretty. But squeeze out in the bucket, And then you just have to break it up before you go in there. Aim Spiritfish said thanks, Bree, for saying your name. Or for showing you worms. I doubt it's for showing you worms. A lot of people don't like worms. And I hope that worm keeping, worm cultures, live food cultures can be as popular as fish keeping. And they go hand in hand. It's not like worm keeping and worm harvesting is a whole different hobby. You do these live food cultures for fish keeping. Like you do them, well, that could have been good. You do them for your fish, baby bettas. I just said like bettas. So you can do them for baby bettas, whatever you would like to call them. You can do them for other fish. I feed my Grindel worms to baby and adult guppies, and I feed my micro worms to my baby guppies, like my fry, to grow them out super quickly. So weird having having the thing all the way up here. But I have my organic coconut fibers in, and I have my little container of Grindel worms, and then a pipette, and I just pipette them out of the bottom into the little pipette, and you can see my hand is nasty, and I'm just going to place them right dead center, and they're going to disappear. They're going to go into the substrate because they're getting used to their new environment. But this is how I've done my Grindel worms, and I can't really say like, oh, I've been doing Grindel worms for 20 years like this. I've been doing it for, I want to say a month or so. And I haven't had a problem so far. I thought my microworm culture was never going to come back after I got them shipped to me. So I'm lucky it did. And I have a culture going out to somebody. And the person that's getting this culture is very lucky because I got like a little deli cup of microworms when I got mine shipped to me. It was like a little deli cup. And the person that's in chat that's getting this microworm culture, very, very lucky because this is like the container that you get betas in at like Petco. I think that's where that came from. Like Petco. So yeah, you're getting a lot of worms, and they're probably not going to come back right away. They're probably going to just stay still, and it's going to look like just this for a week or two, or maybe even 3. But they'll come back. Mine did, and I had no. Sandy, you should have gotten a better contractor. This guy you hired broke his truck. My contractor doesn't need his truck. To get lumber, he does. How's he gonna get lumber? So I'm trying to get all the worms out. And this is how I harvest them to feed. I haven't done that too many times because when I first got the worms, I want to see how they're producing because I didn't want to see, oh, there's a pile of worms in there. Let me take them out and feed them all except for a few. Little would I know, like I didn't do this, but little would I know, like they would never come back or something. And then I ruined an entire Grindel worm culture because I wanted to feed them so bad. So I didn't feed them for a little bit. I did feed them for the first few days I had the new culture, but I haven't been feeding them. I've only fed them like once. And that was because I didn't want to make more cultures, but I didn't want them to overpopulate the culture that they were in. So that's what I did. You're buying lumber at these prices. Eek, bless you. Dave, breaking is the fun part. Now you get to fix it and break a couple knuckles. So there's only a few worms left in the container. And you can't see any worms in there right now. Like, it doesn't look like I put any worms in there at all. But within, like, tomorrow or the day after, they'll definitely come back. I feed my worms soggy dog food. I just take some dog food and I soak it for a little bit. And then I put it in their container. And for these small containers, they could use, like, a small piece of dog food. And then for my larger containers, here, let me show you. For these larger containers that aren't very, very large, I can do a whole piece to 2 pieces even for those worms. And I'm having to do 2 pieces every day. And I haven't fed them in a few days, and I feel really bad. So I want to make sure that your culture's nice and moist, but not, like, over moist. I like to keep mine at a pretty moist consistency, I guess. Wow, Sandy, what kind of worms are these? Alright, what kind of worms are these? That's a question for my mother. So I'll leave that question up to her. If you're talking about the worms I'm playing with, let me know. But I actually love worms. And a lot of people don't like worms. I think it's a weird hobby, but it goes hand in hand with fish keeping. And I don't see why people wouldn't want worms. And when I heard about live food cultures, when I wanted to breed my betas, I was like, I'm not going to get these worm cultures if these betas don't breed. They never bred, and I never got those cultures. But I always thought about it. I always thought about getting worm cultures. And banana and Walter worms, I don't have those. I don't have vinegar eels either.
You want to know what kind of worms you're playing with?
You can't keep track of the worms. Right now, I'm playing with Grindle worms. They live in soil. The one that I made before, these are micro worms, and then I have a 5-gallon bucket of black worms in the basement. So I have 3 worm cultures. And if you ever want a worm culture, let me know. The Zen Ginger, Brie, have you gotten any mildew or mold growing on your cultures yet? Keeping them that moist? One worm culture, and I do not know why, because I made that one culture the same as every single culture I've made so far. But I'm gonna grab that. I haven't tended to them yet because I had to make these worm cultures, so I haven't done anything about this mold. I just know it's there. I know the worms are still alive. So I'm going to show that, and then I'm going to get to Ames' question. It's fuzzy.
Ames said something else.
I'm not sure if the worms are even alive at this point. But it's moldy. It's one culture, though. It's fine. As long as it's not one of my large cultures. If this one culture that I keep pulling from ever crashed or ever molded or anything, and I didn't get to it in time, I'd be so upset. Brie, if I get black worms, can I keep them for a little while? And how without cultivating them in a bucket with air pump? Well, if you get them from me, I will probably send them to you in I don't know, depending on how many I have at the time, like something like this or something. And you put them in this, and you can keep them in your fridge. If you don't want them to breed. So without cultivating them, you can keep them in your fridge, and they won't breed, and you just pull the worms from that and then feed them to your fish, like bettas, guppies, discus, like pretty much any fish will take these blackworms as long as it's not really small. And you can keep it in one of these containers. Just put a few worms in there, fill it with water, keep it in your fridge. And yes, the worms do look dead, no matter if you ship them in water or if you keep them in the fridge or whatever, they will look dead. Mine do, at least. Mine look dead, and I always worry that I crashed my culture, but they're not. They're never dead. My mother even asked me, hey, can you trash this culture that's in the fridge? Because they're all dead. But they're not. You just pour out the water without pouring out the worms. Fill it with cold water, like 40, 50 degrees, maybe even 70 degrees. Refrigerated water works great. And then they all pop back and they start wiggling. So, how long can you keep them in the fridge? I don't know if there's a specific date. I've kept mine in the fridge for up to a month and a half at times, I guess. But let me Google it. About 3 to 4 weeks, Google says. 3 to 4 weeks you can keep blackworms in the fridge. That was my next question. What if the worms survived with mold? If they're able to be washed or saved somehow, or if they have to be tossed at that point. The Grindle worms, I don't know. I've never had a moldy culture before. This is my first moldy culture. I'll let you know how it goes. I'm trying to revive them. I don't know if any of them are alive. I don't know. I'm thinking about, trying to take out as much, like the moldy dog food and, cleaning off the mildew or mold on the sides and trying to revive them. And I'll keep you posted on that. Interesting. Always fun dealing with worms. So, Ames Fish Spirit, is that? No. Ames Spirit Fish. You can keep blackworms in the fridge for up to 4 weeks. Up to 4 weeks. I've kept mine in there for a month with no problem. But everybody has their different things that work for them. Ames Spirit Fish, I just subscribed to you. So now you have 10 subscribers. Everybody go subscribe to Ames Spirit Fish. So yeah, if you want blackworms, I haven't cleaned my culture in a little bit, so I don't know what I have right now. But that is my email. You can email both of them if you would like. Alright, so those are my 2 emails if you want any more information on worms. If you would like, or if you would like worms, yeah, my sister's pointing to it. Or if you would like worms, you're more than welcome to email me. I check my email so many times a day, like it's unreal. When I don't have school, I always have my email pulled up. When I do have school, I have the notifications on my phone, so if I get an email, I check it depending on whatever. Like, if I'm in the middle of doing a project, I won't, but I'll check it immediately after. So I check it every hour-ish when I'm in school, and then whatever. Bree, you will have a gallon culture soon. A gallon? Oh, 40 gallon. 40 gallon culture. Well, if we're using the reptile tank, we can't fill it all the way. We have a 40 gallon reptile tank right now. What grade you in? You planning on going to college? I'm in 7th grade. and I'm thinking about doing like online college, because then I'll still be with my fish. So, yeah. I have to cut holes in this lid. So Olivia has a question. What's your question?
Can I add a bot to your Discord?
Whatever.
Yay! Thank you.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'll stop bugging you.
yeah, Ames, if you email me, like if you email me right now, I can respond. I can respond because I have my email pulled up. And I got an email from another person, and I read it. I'm not going to respond right now, but yep. That was my worm culture, but it's not broken. It's still fine. See? It's all good. It just splashed up on the sides a little bit. So it's still good. So that's fine. 7th grade makes you around the same age as my daughter. Awesome. You going to do something with fish or animals for college because you were so smart? Think about marine biology, maybe accounting. They're 2 things that I've been interested in doing. Zen Ginger said, "Oh, sorry, was getting dinner stuff ready and wasn't reading chat, Sandy." Awesome. Jacob, Sandy said, Jacob, she turned 12 last November. I did indeed. So yeah, Ames, if you want to email me, we can figure out something for black worms if you want to get into black worms. Or if you don't want to keep something in your fridge and do water changes every few days to once a week, and you want to go something with like microworms or brindle worms or something like that, let me know, because I can definitely try and make that happen. I have quite a few Grinnell microworms, and for black worms, they don't reproduce as fast as these worms do. But they're so nutritious, and they're great for pretty much any fish. They're large enough for, betas, discus. You can feed them to like cichlids, puffers, things like that. So, yeah. I don't know how long we're gonna go for. I was thinking about doing like a tour of my tanks, I guess, showing my fish, but I might do a video about that. I haven't done a video, like a real video, in some time. The DIY discus beef heart, I guess you could classify that as a video. So if something you should never do is not poke air holes in these lids, but I'm not doing it for right now. I'll poke some air holes later. Chill out. But I have these dirty containers, and I'm gonna. Do I have sticky notes? I'm asking you guys, like, even now, but I want to know if I have like sticky notes or something. Alright. But why do I do these things? I don't know. I'm having a good time. So I'm going to do these little labels. You always want to label your cultures when you made them. I don't do that because I have my streams to go by when I made these cultures or when I got these cultures, and I have receipts of when I got the cultures, so I know the day that I first set them up. But right now, I don't know how I'm going to write this with one hand, but I'm labeling these containers on who they're going to, taking a lot of time. because I have one hand. And I have 4 orders going out on Monday. And I always like to write little notes. Well, I try to write little notes all the time. And say, like, thank you for ordering or something like that. Or an acclamation guide or something. And I can, like, write that up quick. But with this, like these tiny little sticky notes, I have to, so much work. But it's fun. And I'm so happy that I did stickers, like, the day or two before I did this to my hand. Because, it would have been impossible to do stickers, filling out the envelopes, writing little notes, writing out the cards, putting the stickers in, sealing them up, and like writing my return address and everything. Like, that much writing would have been insane. And the most I can do with my hand, like, I can't bend it further than this. I can't grip something. Like, if I take this off, I can't grip something. So this is as far as I can do my hand. I can bend my hand. So, like, so insane. And my hand does hurt. These 2 fingers, I can't use them much. What did I do to my hand? So, long story short of what happened to my hand, what is wrong with it, is basically I sprained my fingers, popped ligaments, and everything. And I was actually on my way to go make some worm cultures yesterday. Worms are dangerous. And I dropped this container, and it wasn't full of worms yesterday, but I dropped that empty container, and it flew under my bed, and I can get under my bed, but I got down on my hands and knees, and like my hand like twisted and popped, and this happened. So it's kind of fun. It's going to be very difficult doing quite a few things, like typing like a normal person. Like, I use my 2 hands and I go like that. So that's going to be difficult, and it's difficult to do quite a lot of things.
I'm right here.
Yeah, my sister's here. But packing orders, like, I want to package my fish. Like, I want to package my own fish. And I have, like, a distributor that got fish from me. So I'm going to be shipping them out on Monday. And we have little 3x14-inch bags, the ones that Jess uses. I think she uses that, or she uses the 3x24. I don't know. But we have the 3x15. We have 1,000 of them. And my mother ordered larger ones. But that's what I have as of now. And that's what I have to use for shipping out fish, which I don't have a problem with. I'm going to be doing 1 adult fish per bag, and then salt. There's going to be a couple crystals of salt. There's going to be stress coat, clean water, and there's going to be like a little chunk of ammonia reducing pad in there. So the bag should stay fairly clean, and it's going to be 50-50 air to water. And there's going to be 1 adult fish per bag. Like I said, I'm shipping out some of my icicles, a pair of those, 2 pairs of those, and then down on the bottom of the rack, I'm shipping out 3 pairs of the mud companies. Then on the bottom of the rack, there's platinum tiger mosaics, and I'm shipping out a pair of those. So I'm gonna use like 16 or 22 bags, something like that. Bree, when you do go to college, apply to scholarships. I didn't feel like working on writing the scholarship application in high school. Years later, that's a $25,000 regret. Wow. So, darn it, I'm keep dropping everything. So I'm writing the tag that is going to, like, for these, Hi, Scruffy. That's my dog. Writing these tags for the Grindelworm and microworm cultures, And the other one, I got a different tag on. That one's going to a different person. The other one, I could just write, it's 2 letters. I just write 2 letters, and I know who it's going to. And realistically, I could just write this person's first name, and it'd be a whole lot easier. But I don't like easy. I don't feel like easy is a good route to go. It's easy, it's not done correctly. So I got this done after like 5 minutes of talking and lots of writing. I do still have to drill the holes in the lid, so it's fine. It's fine. And this time I'm just going to write their first name because that took a while. Alright, first name's written. And the person in chat that these are going to, you know who you are. These are, okay. Language, like words are hard. Language is hard. This is your microworm culture. That's your microworm culture, and then this is your grindleworm culture. I'll be feeding this, and if I don't see worms within the next 2 days, I'm going to be adding more worms to it. And someone that I didn't see in chat, this is your microworm culture. Bree, can you put up the site for black worms in fridge? Huh? Can you put up the site for black worms in fridge? There's a site, like a website or something? Sorry, I don't understand that question. How often water change in black worms in fridge? What? Alright, my father said something, but I didn't hear him.
I'll go down.
So if you're using this thing, which I have nasty water in right now, some people say water change every day. And I did water changes every day. And then I did water changes every 2 days, then every 3 days, every 4 days, every 5 days. Now I do it once a week to once every 2 weeks. And I still get the same results. Now, with a new culture, you want to be careful with doing like little water changes.
What's that you Googled before when you found your information for black worms in the fridge?
Oh. Some people say every day. I would say every 2 weeks. I get the same results. I got the same results, but you want to be careful with the new culture just so your culture doesn't crash because there's like an ammonia spike or something. It's just on Google. Google how long can you keep black worms in the fridge. And maybe I can't. Hold on. See if that works. So, see if that works. Sorry if it doesn't. Let me know. But Google says about 3 to 4 weeks. And you can go by that. Or what I do water changes every 2 weeks. I don't really count it. Like, if I do a water change today, that might be like a week or 2 or maybe 3 after the last time I did it. I don't track water changes for my black worm culture. For my fish tanks, I know when I did it, when I did the water change. And I've stored my black worms in the fridge for so long. And my culture, my mother culture, the tiny little one that's in the fridge is not the mother culture. That's just for feeding. But my large culture is downstairs in a 5-gallon bucket sitting on a floor at like 65 degrees. So, and I've had that running for a while. Sitting on my floor with an air stone, sitting on my floor without an air stone, sitting downstairs in the basement without an air stone. So I'm sitting in the fridge, and I don't like, oh, it's been 4 weeks. Feed the rest of the black worms, get a new thing of that. I don't know. I just let them go for a little bit. Which culture has been your favorite to use and make so far? Microworms comes last. And the reason for that is they smell terrible. They're really small, and sometimes the fish don't see them. And they live in like mashed potatoes, I guess, is another downside. And you have to wait for them to crawl up the side. Grindle worms. It's between grindle worms and black worms. And I think the winner is going to be grindle worms. They reproduce great. They don't smell bad unless your culture is doing something and it's ready to change it. But grindle worms, they reproduce quickly. Fish see them. Fish love them. And they live in soil. You can see them. White microworms on white mashed potatoes are so hard to see. You can shine a light on them and see the little tiny nematodes. They're not nematodes, but tiny, tiny little worms wiggling around in the mashed potatoes. But these ones, it's white worms on black or brown substrate. So it's so easy to see them. Now, black worms have a special place in my heart because almost all fish will eat them. I've had baby fish eat them. They just tear them apart. As long as you give them small ones, they can eat them quickly. If you give them larger ones, then they might try and pick at it. But my discus tear them up. My guppies are kind of clueless when it comes to them, but they eventually realize that they're worms. And then fish love them. I feel like they're so protein packed. And you might accidentally get soil from these ones or mashed potatoes from these ones in your tank. And I don't want that in my tanks. And I feel like with black worms, I can wring them out in like a brine shrimp strainer or a net and then rinse them out and then put them in fresh, clean water, then feed them, and I know there's nothing getting in my tanks. Monster Fish Gal, welcome. Guppy Grass Galore Guy, welcome. Might do the bucket thing, though. Sounds like a good deal. Bucket thing for black worms? I don't know. Hey, Bree, why don't you show off the new fish room if people want to see it? If people don't want to see it, too bad. This thing is awesome. We're going to go see it. So sorry for any audio that sounds bad right now. I have to move this off of this worm desk. I'll put an ammonia check thing in culture, something I stick on the side of the tank. I do have one of those. It's on that right there on the discus tank. If you're talking about the one made by Seachem, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. If you put that in your black worm culture, we know you're a good person. Because I would not do one of those ammonia things in a black worm culture. Not because I don't like them. I think they're awesome. I just wouldn't not really invest in getting an ammonia check thing for their black worms. I mean, they're black worms. So sorry if it's dark. I'm trying to close the door with a bad hand. All right, I'm coming downstairs to show off the new fish room.
Did your mosaic go?
Yes, she did. Did you see her in chat? So, my father's playing my stream right now.
Should have said something about it. Cleaned up. No.
Oh my god. Sorry if there's like an audio loop or something. My father's playing this
Hold
thing.
on. Let me turn my thing off.
Alright, I'm gonna stand over here. I'm gonna show the boxes that we have. That's our rack of boxes. Yeah, she said, hey Bree, why don't you show off the new fish room if people want to see it. So, let's say people want to see it. That's our rack of boxes that we have to ship out things. I'm just gonna stand over here while my father picks up a couple things. Alright, I'm gonna stand over here.
Why don't you just put on the link? You could have went on my phone.
Whatever. I already have my laptop down there. So I'm in our basement. I like it down here. I think it's nice and cool, but I get cold sometimes because I never wear shoes. I hate wearing shoes. I don't know if anybody in chat is the same way.
Yeah, I got everything out of the way.
Alright, going over to the fish room. And it's not done yet, but
It's not done.
wait, what if I'm gonna turn my camera off and then I'm gonna set up the camera and then you're gonna see like a huge like show off thing. Show off thing.
Like a big reveal.
I'm gonna show the other wall after. But here's like the rack wall. Oh. Turn off the banner. Hold on. Alright, so this is the wall of racks. There's like lights above. But this is the wall of racks. This is a 20 long and those two are 20 longs. This rack, this shelf is empty. 240 breeders on the bottom over there. You probably can't see it. Hold on. Down there is a 40 breeder reptile tank. That might be for black rooms. Down there is a 20 high. And then over on the other side, there's 320 highs. So that's the wall of racks. And then here, can you hold that right there?
Oh, sure. I'll be your cameraman.
So here is like this is a wall that goes into a corner right here. Wow, you're a great cameraman.
I am.
This board right here is actually a pig pen board. We had pigs a while back, not too long ago, but we had pigs a while back, and
We stopped having pigs, so
we stopped having pigs. So
I salvaged the barn board.
we took the board off of that. So I'm gonna show
That's
before
where it
you
worked,
enter the what it looks like. Before you enter the room, there's gonna be a red little rack in front for storing things. There's gonna be a father in here.
Mm.
There's the red racks over here. Actually, I can set my laptop right on there. Over here is the 275s and then 810s on the bottom, along the bottom with water bridges and things like that. A little bow front, 36-gallon bow front. Oh my god, you make me look so short.
You are?
Okay. And then over here, like I showed, is the wall. And then over here, there'll be another wall behind those fish tanks. Here, there's going to be like a little workbench for packaging fish. And, fish and things like that. Do you enjoy this?
No.
Okay.
Being your slave monkey?
So,
Oh, this will be a workbench. This will be a bucket filling station.
yes.
Over there. And along the door, which is the opening right here,
It'll be right there.
this opening right here will be the door. And along there's going to be 4 10-gallon. There'll be a rack for 4 10-gallons. So that'll either be worm cultures or her fish.
Guppies.
And then there's going to be 3 20-gallons stacked up right here. As soon as
Right.
the walls are done.
Right behind the door when the walls are done. Yeah, over here, this is my favorite wall. Over there's going to be a workbench for like packaging fish and things like that because we already have the boxes and packing stuff down here. So, might as well just package everything down here instead of bringing boxes upstairs.
Anyway.
No, you should be in the stream. So very, very cool. B&D Crafts and More. Welcome.
Oh, wild David's natural. Oh, sorry.
Christopher Scott. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Might be a little dark here, but I use the same racks on my fish room. Yeah, I saw these racks on Jen's stream yesterday. Yesterday? Is today Wednesday? Yes, today's Wednesday. I saw not these racks, but the smaller ones, the one that's outside the door. So that one. Kaler's Aquatics, welcome. A wild Dave in his native habitat. Free, who's your dad? I know your mom is Sandy. I think that meant Bree. Well, this is my dad. His name is Dave Farrell. That's his channel name. If someone can link that in chat, that'd be great.
Yeah, I can do that.
He can do that. But yes, this is my father, Dave. My mother, Sandy Farrell.
Yep.
My
Wait,
sister,
that don't have me.
my sister is Olivia Farrell.
Oh, no, I'm not even on your channel. What
My
is that?
sister is Olivia. I think she renamed herself to Skechers, maybe. And then my father's Dave Farrell. I'm posting his link right now. So everybody, well, he's posting his link right now.
Huh.
So everybody go subscribe to him.
Look at me, I'm good.
Yeah. I'll be reading chat in just a minute. I'm going to pin this channel link. I will be pinning the streamer link if anybody would like to come up and positively criticize our fish room.
I will.
Great work, y'all. Thank you. S. 3G, welcome. Wow, I'm so jealous. Very impressive. Thank you. Did you get your shirt? I did. In fact, I should be wearing that. I'll post a link, and if anybody wants to come up, my father can let them in. And I'll be
I
right.
don't know how to do that.
I'll show you real quick.
Yeah, I'll just press buttons till something happens.
All right. So I'm going to pin the StreamYard link. Look. So if somebody's trying to come up, this is me right here. They'll appear right here. And you'll just hover over there. Where it says remove, it'll be over there. And you'll just click add.
I can remove you.
Yes. And then when they hop up, just change the layout to
Where
this
are you
one.
going?
I'm going upstairs real quick.
Oh.
Just tell them about the fish room.
Run, maybe you'll break your toe.
Hey.
Yes, these racks were bought from Home Depot. My God, you're kidding me. You okay? Good. They were $179 and I recommend them. The other one we bought, which is the same company from the same store, junk. Absolute junk. It's a 4-foot shelf by 6 foot. Garbage. Wouldn't recommend it. But it's good for what we're going to use it for. Just storing extra filters and pumps and stuff like that on the outside of the room. I want my phone. Yeah, I have 36. Huh. Thanks, Patrick. Geek Boy, these, I don't know how much they weigh. If you're asking how much they weigh, I can tell you they're heavy.
And they can hold 10,000
They're-
pounds.
They were tough to get downstairs, but they're a lot. Each shelf holds a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I like these ones because they have cross braces in them under the mesh, and I actually laid on the one last night and it's pretty tight.
Christopher Scott.
So these are actually really good. I forget. It's a Husky brand. Like I said, they were $179. But yeah, the other ones, it's the same brand. It's just cheap.
Yeah.
Way cheaper, maybe.
Yeah, it's an awesome shirt. I love this shirt. I've seen some of Christopher
Yeah.
Scott's other shirts, and they're pretty awesome. The angelfish blanket, that one's awesome. Here, let me see if I could post a link to their site, and everybody should go get some Arowana
Oh.
shirts. Christopher Scott store.
To their site.
Yes, to their store.
I don't know how to
Him
do that.
and Brenton share a store. It's called, darn it, thefanaticbrand.com. Hold on. All right, I don't know if it's even working. Whatever. It's thefanaticbrand.com. There you go. Just go find it for yourself. And get some Arowana shirts. Here. Christopher Scott, I made you a moderator. So if you would like to post the link to your store, you're more than welcome to. because these shirts are awesome.
Your mother said go back upstairs so I can go back to work.
No,
I don't really know what that means.
but this is fun. Yeah. Yeah. This is fun, being down here.
I'm out of lumber.
Yeah.
Ask your mother how long her Jeep is. See if we can get some.
Alright. Yeah, this is the fish room. This is a big fish room reveal, but it's not done yet. So,
Hopefully, the plan is our water lines run over top to feed the house. I'm going to tie into them, and there'll be hot and cold water over there. We'll have a bucket fill station.
hi, Christopher.
Hey, Christopher.
Hello,
You got a shirt
guys.
on too.
That's well, I have to represent my own merchandise, right? I like how you stopped in the middle of your stream just to appease me by going to put on your merch. That in itself got me to join your stream. So I appreciate the support, and that's why I support you. So I'm gonna make sure I give you a shout out in the next video, Bree, because I like what you're doing.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely, and the fish room looks fantastic.
Thank you.
I don't think a lot of people heard what you said, but I really like the idea of what you were talking about there to your right of filling that whole rack with some guppy tanks. I mean, because as you know, probably by watching my videos, I love guppies. So
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of those.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 12 strains of guppies, like pure strains of guppies.
What are you thinking?
I have 6 right now, excluding my muck guppies. I have German ribbon fin, Dumbo blue dragons, Dumbo icicle, Dumbo Santa Claus, Moscow butterfly, and platinum tiger mosaics. And then the ones that I plan on getting are half black Dumbos, yellow mosaics, blue mosaics, sunrise guppies, metalheads. I think they're called black metal lace guppies, and then some like swallow ribbon fin guppies. And I think that would.
So I have the metal lace guppies, the Dumbo ear metal lace guppies, and I have some purple mosaics. So they were just born, but when they're large enough, I'll happily send you some if you'd want some.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably find space for them.
Well, that's what these tanks are for. They're basically breeding and growing tanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
For these.
Yep.
Well, that's good. Well, good deal. Well, I'm going to jump off. I just wanted to say hi and tell you thank you for representing the merch. And I'm glad that you got it. And I really enjoy watching how you're progressing with all this stuff. People don't think that YouTube is a hard thing, but it really, in fact, is. It's like tough, right? I mean, it's tough coming up with creative things to show people and all of that. And it's cool to see people, sharing the hobby with everybody through their creative ways. So keep it up, and I'll definitely keep watching.
All right, thank you for coming.
Absolutely. See you guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you.
Well, you're going to need a bigger boa or fish room for all those guppies. I do like guppies. I haven't needed any more than 1 tank for each strain. Right now, I do have to cull a couple, but I'm putting those in my mock guppy tank. And I do plan on my Moscow butterfly, rainbow Moscow butterfly guppies. One male is all black, so I'm thinking about doing like a midnight Moscow line out of that. Putting them in like a burrito net or something to reserve them.
Yes, that was the plan for the 10-gallon tanks here is for guppies. And then we have the 20s. Well, we have 10s up there too. So there'll be 4 20 longs and 2 10s. So they'll basically be grow out tanks.
I think with the 10 gallons, we can always divide them in half and do 2 trios of lines.
Well, that's what these would basically be. Split them in half and you got 2 10-gallon tanks. I don't want to someone's sick, then everyone gets sick. I don't really like that idea, but we'll work it out. It's a work in progress. As you can see, there's no walls on the other. Well, there's half wall on the other side, but
Yeah.
someday I'll get to the store. My truck will be there. But that will be, there'll be a bucket fill station over there. And then I found a pump. Right now I have an RV pump, and that's going to change. Because that's 12 volt. I found a 110 pump,
Move the laptop to the other side.
and
It'll be brighter.
I found a 110 pump, and that will, you can push that way.
Here we go.
And there's a drain line for the upstairs drain. I'm going to tie into that and then put in a T. So we should be able to put the hose in the tank and turn the pump on and pump out outside and get rid of the water. And then we should be able to take that hose, put it in the bucket, fill the bucket, and take the outlet hose with another valve to fill the tank. So hopefully that works. That's the plan right now.
Christopher Scott is who on YouTube. His name is Christopher Scott. He's got 40,000 subscribers, I think. I've been watching his videos for quite a while. He does guppies as well. And he's the manager of Fanatic, which is Brenton. And Fanatic has 450,000 subscribers. And I really appreciate him coming up here. And I am wearing one of his shirts right now.
Sandy already got
It's the Arowana shirt.
way faster than I am.
So it's a pretty awesome shirt. Dude, is that platy on a rope in your profile picture? For who? The one dirty platy? Maybe? I don't know. Who knows? For parents supporting their kids' hobby/interest, Brand Fish Fam, have you ever asked your dad what he's going to charge for rent? We share the hobby.
She already said she's going to do online college. Does that mean she ain't moving out? It's going to be expensive.
Probably.
I've said it before. It doesn't change. They make me help or I don't get any ice cream. So, I want my ice cream.
So we'll probably go for a little bit longer. But that's really exciting that Christopher Scott came up here. Yeah. On my streams now, I wear like Fish Fam merch now. I was wearing my Fishy Biz shirt, but now I'm wearing a Christopher Scott shirt. And I think they're pretty cool. I actually think the red, white, and blue flag, then like the Arowana busting through, it's really cool. That's a built-in platy leash. Yeah, I don't know how much longer we'll go, but I know that's on the stream. The Midnight Lobster. Okay. Oh, I do want to show these because I think they're cute.
They just did a video.
Oh,
Midnight Lobster. It was the first one I've seen from them in a while.
all right. Look at these.
Lefty.
These are Farrell's Fish and More custom root tabs. They're 10 count, and I think they're cute. I think the gray foil is cute, and they're your average root tabs. And then on the back, it's not see-through, and then it gives you a little how-to guide, I guess. You want to place these 3 inches or more in the substrate. That's what's recommended. You can place them 2 inches, or you can place them like really deep. But the plants bust through the thing. I've seen people say that plants actually bust through the gel coating on the outside. And then some people say that the gel coating dissolves, and then the plants go into the roots. But these are our custom root tabs. Me and my mother make these, and very awesome. They're $2 or $2.50 a package, and email me if you want to get one of these. Yeah, and I think they're cute. I think they came out so much better. I think the the labels. They're so nice and simple. Thank you. And we have a little container for them. Brie Osmocote. Yes. Yep. They're a little gel capsule, and then my mother and I hand pack each one. We don't have that little tool that packs them. We pack them all ourselves by hand with Osmocote, and then little gel capsules, specific gel capsules for the fish tanks. Andrea said, Sandy, nice. I've heard of them, but never tried out. Well, here's your opportunity to do that.
Salesmen are.
Why not? I mean, if you want a sample, I could send you one or two, because you did get those worms. So yeah, I could get one out to you if you would like, so you can try. I ordered W bag to make my own. I got like S gazillion. I think I over ordered. Awesome. Yeah, we just started making those, and I think they're adorable, and I think they're awesome. And anybody that wants them, email me. You want worms? You want guppies? You want worms? Root tabs, plants, anything? Email me. And sorry if you can hear that over there. It's fine. T-Bones Fishies, welcome. I don't know if I said hi to you. Freaky Fish Lady, welcome. What's going to be on all those empty shelves behind you, Bree? Well, reel in the father, because he'll just...
Tanks. Fish tanks.
Yeah, fish tanks. A couple fish, maybe.
Yeah, we haven't decided what fish are going in them. We need one more 20 long and 2 40s, and they'll be full. But yeah, basically breeding fish, angels, and cribs,
The empty shelf.
guppies.
The empty shelves. This empty shelf, 240
240s.
breeders. This, oh my god, sorry for that light. Right here is going to be a 20 long. On the top shelf is going to be storage for things, as well as the shelf outside the room. And
On the outside, 2 10s.
on the outside of
The
this
20
rack,
longs.
because there's going to be 2 20 longs here, and then a 10 on that side, and a 10 on the far side. A row of
40s.
440 breeders. Then on the bottom, there's a 40 breeder for worms, and then 420 highs. So, top rack will be decorations, yes. Good marketing, Brie. Thank you. I think they're cute. I think they're cute little packages. Cuter than the things I have bought.
That's good, man.
T-Bones Fishies, Brian, is that going to be your new fish room? That's all of our fish room. Some of my guppies will be down here, but it's primarily my mother's and my father's. So, yes.
I got 1 tank. Does that
I
count?
probably got, like, guppies down here. How much for your stickers? Can you show one? I'll be right back, but the stickers are free. You got to email me your address, and I'll ship them out to you with a little envelope. Or if you order things, I always send stickers with my orders. Root tabs, plants, fish, whatever you want. I'll go grab one in a minute, but plants, we have quite a lot of things. These things probably aren't ready to go. But I have some hornwort, I have frog bit, I have Christmas moss, jama fern. I'm getting lots of mosses tomorrow and some Riciocarpus. Lots of moss, like Hypnum moss, willow moss, things like that. And for fish, got guppies. And some Berlin tuxedo swordtails. So you email me if you want one. You email me, either email. If you want to email me, BrianFrill222, that's the one I check the most. And my sister brought a sticker down. These are the stickers. Those are the stickers. Yeah. Are those? I don't care. One Dirty Platy said, are those shelves 24 inches deep?
Yes.
Yes. Can you post your online store? My online store? I don't have an online store yet. If you're talking about my online store. we don't have one yet. We're just going by like, you can message me on Discord if you have Discord. If you have Discord, let me know. And email, always can email me. If you're looking for something, I can probably tell you that we have it or not. We got lots of guppies, swordtails, and plants. Any plant you want, I'll see if I have it. And yeah, we're going to set up one soon. So Patrick Hardy, email me. I checked the brand for L222 more.
12 times.
Email me. Everybody email me. Yeah, we're going to set an online store up sometime. Because I think that'd be easier because I can just be like, go to www.maystalesforinfants.com. Something like that. Free pitch to Justice Store. What time is it? Time to post Bree's Discord. Oh, yeah. Join my Discord if you want. Join my Discord. Email me.
How's your mother making out?
Oh, Bob is live. Oh, shoot.
Bob Kayla?
Bob Kaler at 6 o'clock.
Uh-oh.
Oops. All right.
Did,
Did you ever leave the vet, Sandy? So say that, but we'll see it. So Patrick Hardy, you can email me. Andre, if you want to try some root tabs, I can send some with your order. And then, who else was it? Who was asking about other things? Ames Fish, Ames Spirit Fish, or Fish Spirit.
why doesn't it say Kayla's Lift? Oh. No.
Oh, he's live right now. He just went live.
Just went live.
All right. So thank you for
Hold on.
coming. Everyone can email me if you would like. All right. He's live. So everybody can email me if you want any plants, fish, or root tabs, or worms. So go over to Bob's stream and do #Worm Wednesday. #Worm Wednesday. So thank you for coming.
Of course, Monster Fish Girl got it before me. She's quick.
All right. So thank you to all the mods. Monster Fish Gal, you're amazing. Sandy, Olivia, thank you, Dave, for being orange. And Chevy Fish, hello. So thanks for coming. Email me if I was talking to you about emailing me.
What was the hashtag email me?
#.
Your sister said hashtag email me.
All right, fine, whatever. You do whatever. #email me. #Worm Wednesday. #something that is related to what the heck we
Don't
did. in
ask
this-
Grace. She has no idea. She'll change it 12 times.
Don't do it. All right,
Just leave.
go. Just leave already. #Worm Wednesday. We'll do that. All right. Goodbye.